All right, about to go to town on cutting this bed now. It's somewhere, I don't know, about what, 3 foot by 3 foot square. That way that motor can fit through. Getting pretty late tonight. Try to knock this out before neighbors start calling the police on me or something. But if I get that sucker cut out, may have it up in there and sitting right. See how the night goes. Got it done. That sucker knocked it out fast. Hopefully that's big enough to fit over that motor. Well, y'all, Texas Toot finally got the bed. This is at ride height. Obviously I want to have about 59, 60-inch tires on this sucker. But man, it came out pretty nice. Still got a lot more work to do. But got the bed on. Took me a minute. But it's on now. This sucker would be ready to rock and roll, hopefully here the next month. Still got to take it all back apart. Paint the whole frame, everything else. But man, I'm happy with it. First time ever built a monster truck, mud truck, whatever. It's coming out awesome. Alright, so just changed out the factory gas pedal. At least starter cable, I'd say. To a stainless steel 12-foot. Should be plenty good enough to wrap around all the way to the back of the motor. Let's see, what name brand is this? Locar? Seems to be pretty high quality. I'm impressed with it. Should work just fine on the truck. Like I said, stainless steel, inside, outside, everything. So it ought to hold up pretty well through all the mud and everything else I'm going to be throwing it through. Yeah. Alright, so today I'm going to be working on trying to build a roll bar setup for the bed of this truck. That way I can mount that radiator up in there. But I got to find me some mounting points. I was about having the far end right here. Obviously the front somewhere about, yeah, right there. I don't want to mount it straight to here because this stuff is stupid thin and not worth a damn. So I'm wanting to make some type of mounting feet to come off the edge right here for it to come through and mount onto it. Something a whole lot more solid in case I do happen to roll this thing over and doing something stupid, which that's very likely to happen. So right now my little theory of what I'll do is taking this scrap piece of I-beam and making 4 mounting feet out of it. Cut all the way down, cut all the way down. Cut it right down the middle. I'll have me some mini I-beams, I guess you'd say, to mount on top of. We'll see how it goes. Alright, got the brackets made. Maybe something like that. Should work out. I don't think that's supposed to happen. So today's been quite an eventful day. Went ahead and got all my brackets welded up. I will be putting a plate over the top of them. Big old triangle right here. Just to cap it off to keep these edges not being, I guess, as sharp. You know, make it look a little bit nicer. I didn't want to do an angled in design. I'd rather have it plated off. Just my preference. I got to cut holes from here to the top of there. All the way through. I'm going to have the roll bar bolt down. Ooh, a little hot. I forgot I just got done welding that sucker. Anyway, so there's that. And then got this monstrosity today. Found out I got some bad bearings. Everything else is good, so I just got to get it all up in there and clean it all out, make it look like new again. Have it on the road here soon, hopefully next month or so. So this is today's project. Try and knock it out before I head off to work. But removing these. Badass little Milwaukee right there. Because my bearings, either one or both of them are just ground up. You can't turn it at all. So I got to replace both bearings on both sides on this one. The rear should still be good. It's just a shaft that snapped off in the rear. But just a matter of breaking it apart, change out the bearings, clean the hell out of this daggum thing, reassemble, get that front axle all back together, and I'll be able to start working on that front ram setup and everything else. I ain't made an updated video in a little while. Give y'all a little something right here. So I haven't made an updated video here in a little while, but being I've been working so much, this is the truck. This is what I got going on today. Got to pop that off. Got to pull the bearings out on both sides. Swap those out. Clean the hell out of this sucker. Reassemble it all. That way I can go ahead and flip my hubs and put my whole hydraulic ram steering setup on. But wife informed me today's a 1-year anniversary of me owning this truck. Now I didn't start tearing this thing apart until January the 5th. Not January, July the 5th. So getting close to the 1-year mark of the beginning of the project. Working on and off on the days off. As much as I can. Anyways, hope y'all enjoy the updates. Got a lot more to come. Well, you can see we're just kind of pinched off up here at the top, right over there, compared to how it's supposed to look on the bottom. So there's my problem. Well, it looks like we found our problem. I think he sent it just a little too hard. Previous truck had 1200 horsepower before the nitrous. He did a pretty good launch on it. But everything else looks good. Just got to clean the hell out of it. Get 2 new bearings. Reassemble, should be good to go. Daggum. He got it good though. So we got another late night special. Going to be building a roll bar setup for the mud truck. Go around the back. That way we can mount that radiator up dead center off the bed. Gonna double bar it both sides. About to get to bending this tubing. See if I still got everything kind of zeroed out. As y'all know, I'd kind of run the Harbor Freight special on everything, so may not be top notch, but we make it work. Just homemade clamp and everything. We'll get it right. More to come. So last night did not go as planned. I did not want to screw up on this tubing. We only have 3 total, including this one. If I screw up, I gotta make a 100+ mile trip back to Houston, spend buku on gas and everything else. On top of that, price of metal done went up. So I went to Lowe's today, bought some tubing, mocked it up better for what I needed. Got to thinking about how I got to do the roll bar going from the rear of the truck all the way up to the front, connecting. If I'm running this up there, if I can get that in place, that tubing that would be in line with this would be hitting up here out of nowhere. So what I'm going to wind up doing, instead of doing this full bend like I had planned on doing originally, I'm just going to 90 it. I'm sorry, not 90, but do 45s, weld it up, and I'll do this section like that, but I'll bend the rear section where the tailgate is. And then the top rack area, I'll bend all that up. But the rack for the rear is what I need to do as far as doing 90s, you know. So I'm going to start sanding down on the tubing. I'm going to be using that for that roll bar setup in the back of the truck. for any of my backyard fabricators, this is the thing to use right here. It bends right over it, sands it off smooth. I think I paid less than $200 on Amazon for it. It's well worth the money. So today we're going to be working on the roll bar setup for the truck bed. Here's what I got so far. I've already got the inside of it welded up. Going to leave the outside bare. Just give it more of a, kind of like an original look like you did old school. But I still got to build the whole other side of it. Top and the back rail parts that go to the back of the bed. We'll see how far we'll get today on it. I ain't had too many days off. Got some more days off coming up, but I'm on call for it, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, so I had to do a couple other things before we started. Wound up putting these plates on here. Before it was just this open T setup. Cut these plates, put all these on. Had to cut these plates, that way I can bolt these to here to be able to, let's see, weld this up. Let's see, right there, yeah, something like that. Anyways, I'll be able to bolt it down. That way I can make that whole roll bar setup completely removable. And a little fun fact about these is all from that I-beam. So that's what I got going on right now. Still getting after it. That's about it. Just gotta drill out those holes better for the bolts, all grade 8.